So we'll do our LMGT3 winners, a bit of ELMS history. The first time Corvette has ever won in ELMS, the last time a Corvette was on the podium was 2011 here in Imola. So it's the first time, so congratulations guys. And it's also the first win for TF since Imola in LMGT3 or GT3. So fantastic job. Hiroshi, you started the race. You started 8th on the grid. Please, can you tell us how your stint went and what the conditions were like?
1周目はオープニングラップは必ず荒れると思ってたんですけども、それがちょっと想像以上に荒れて、接触を避けるために止まったらエンジンまでストップしてしまって、オープニングラップで最下位まで落ちちゃいました。
Yeah, he knows the opening lap will be really a little bit like dangerous, and in the first lap he had to stop the car to avoid the accident. But he think in the end he did a good job, but he knew that something big will happen. So he really happy that he was able to be calm and did a good race.
As you said, this is the first time we've seen each other for a long time. A very important win for you and the team.
久しぶりにお会いしてレースをしたので、これはチームにとってもとてもいいことになりましたね。
そうですね。最高のチームで、車も最高の車で、2人のパートナーも非常に強いパートナーと組まさせてもらっているので、自分がしっかりした、仕事をしてバトンを渡せば必ずいい結果がついてくると思ってました。
This is the best team and the best car and the best driver. So he's really happy to give the car in a good condition, and they make also a great job.
We'll hand over to Rui. Thank you very much, Koizumi-san. Rui, you took the car over. You're battling for the lead. Talk us through your stint, because it was a fantastic battle for where we were sitting.
Yeah, it was very tricky conditions. Obviously, coming out, the rain had just started. Obviously, Hiro had done a really good job at that point in tricky conditions to bring us up so high, and then obviously from then the pressure was on because it started to feel like we could get a really good result. Went out of pit lane, obviously with cold right-hand side tires. It was very tricky because as soon as I went out, the FCY was activated, so I didn't really have much time to put temperature in. And then the rain got harder, so when it was time to go back to green, I had no temperature in the tires, and for 2 or 3 laps was very tricky. A lot of cars were going out and making mistakes, so happy to keep it on track. And then from there was just surviving until the conditions improved, and was lucky to be in a good place and build up the rhythm in the end and give the car to Charlie in a good position.
This is only a second time this has ever happened. We've actually got drivers on 3 different continents who have won an ELMS race. The last time it happened was in Portimao last year, the Iron Lynx team, so congratulations on that as well. Again, representing Angola, Japan and Ireland, it must feel very special being on that top step.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's always a pleasure to represent my country, but this win is even more special. Obviously, I've been sharing the car with Charlie now for 1.5 years, and it's felt like we've been quite close a few times. But to get the win now is really special, and also Hiro, we were also teammates, different cars, but teammates in TF last year in WEC. So for us all to come together and get this win for not only for ourselves, but for the team, and also for Corvette, like you mentioned, the first win for Corvette in ELMS, really special. So hopefully this is a turnaround, and we can keep the momentum going for the next rounds.
Charlie, he gave you a good car, didn't he?
Yeah, we had a really strong race. Hero stint to get us into the lead. Everyone else was making mistakes throughout the race, and what we've showed this year, we've executed really well and just at times didn't really have the pace, and today we did, and again executed a close to flawless race on that side. As always though in ELMS, it gets a bit busy. I see the VSC come out and think, okay, this is all going to be a little bit harder. And yeah, it was good. Melina was chasing me down once nobody had the fuel save anymore. The gap started to get a little bit twitchy, to say the least. But again, the car just came alive when the fuel started to burn off. And yeah, by the end, I was able to then just maintain the gap to them.
Obviously that runs the flag. There was so many, I think 2 4-course yellows right at the end. Did that help or did that hinder?
The thing with the FCYs, I was actually speaking with the engineer, when you're trying to be a little bit conservative of how early you slow down and how early you release the button because you think you've got a margin, you kind of blink and you end up losing 3 or 4 seconds when you know somebody like Melina is going to be pushing that to the limit. So yeah, by the last one, you're just attacking as much as you can, cutting every corner as much as you can under FCY. And yeah, where we were able to maintain the gap to the end. So delighted for both of these guys, the team, and it's my first win with Corvette. Hasn't been the easiest starts to a change of manufacturer, and yeah, I'm really happy to sort of get this off our back, and I'm sure we can kick on from here.
We go from here to another awesome track at Spa. What's your thoughts on that one?
Similar to this, that because the team is doing WEC, myself and Maria is doing WEC, we arrived at Imola so sharp because we were here only 8 weeks ago. Same case is going to be with Spa, and I think that helps us so much to sort of just try and nail the driving side, because we're doing so little to the Corvette, because the very first run on Thursday, it felt amazing, and right to the last lap, it was still there. So, yeah, looking forward to Spa. I don't know what the championship's like, but I guess we're probably pretty close in the hunt. So we now need to just keep delivering those good races and win the championship.